What do you see is the future of marketing as we move forward? Say the next 5 or 10 years, what might be a couple of things that might change, relatively drastically?
I think one of the things that it's going to change very quickly and very fast is the impact of AI, artificial intelligence, and specifically, both voice search and predictive, even if it's not voice search, is predictive AI and how it will impact day-to-day consumption. And it goes to what keeps me up at night, by the way, in that sense. I'm a pretty big consumer of Amazon, right? I buy a lot of things at home from Amazon. I do auto purchase in many of the categories. So the ability to have of choosing is becoming less and less important, because as you start doing more and more purchases that are continuous, you just do it once and you just have automatic purchases that come home. So you're getting consumers out of the choice in a way. And I was reading an article the other day from Antonio Lucio, who is the CMO for HP these days, and he mentioned something that I thought was very interesting. He said, the brands will be successful in the future are those that are going to be either top of mind or top of algorithm. And I think it was a very interesting thought, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to wake up and Siri, Alexa, Google, someone's going to tell you, what? I'm noticing you having a cold. There is a discount with this specific product that it's great for this and this and that, and I can ship it home right now, or you can stop by the pharmacy and get it. So when that starts,
or a drone will deliver it for you.
Or a drone will deliver
right.
to you. So that is going to change, because first of all, being top of algorithm, it's going to be important. I mean, being on top of the recommendation that one of these AI engines are going to be delivering will change everything. Will change the patterns on how do you buy, when do you buy, what is recommended to you. And that's going to have a lot of implications, because it gets to a point where you need to look at return on investment on advertising. If I'm not being able to influence that change in consumer behavior, why would I do advertising at all? Or what is the type of advertising I have to do to become top of algorithm, for example? So those things are the ones that I think are keeping marketers up at night at the moment, and it's how to make sure that in that new era you're going to be able to succeed, which is going to be very different than what we're accustomed of seeing these days.
It's a little bit scary.
It's change is always
it's going to happen.
It's either a threat or an opportunity, right? And I think that one of my favorite phrases is people change either out of virtue or necessity, right? And I think successful companies and brands are the ones that do that out of virtue, because if you're changing out of necessity, then it's too late. So that's where we're making all of these investments in e-commerce, making sure that we are ahead of the curve, that we understand better how to do things with our brands in terms of how people buy, how we make them more related to experiences than just buying a box of a product or a can of a product. So those are the things we're really spending a good deal of time